Okay, welcome back. So we're going to look at example 2, and it's asking us to expand and simplify. So we've learned how to do this in the previous two videos. So doing my arrows, don't forget your arrows, they're important. And then stop after the first two. X times 2x is going to be 2x squared. X times 1 is going to be 1x. I could put the 1 in front of it or just write the x, it doesn't matter. Now coming this way, I need to be careful. That is a negative 4. Okay, so we need to watch that negative now. So negative times 2x is negative 8x. Negative times 1 is going to be negative 4. We're going to collect like terms. These are the like terms that go together. I have one positive x, take away 8x's. So 2x squared minus 7x minus 4. That is the answer. Now notice we expanded 2 terms by 2 terms and got 4 terms. But then when we simplified, we went back down to 3 terms. But we now have what's called a quadratic. So notice when we take a binomial times a binomial with an x in one and an x in the other, we end up with an x squared, which is a quadratic. Okay, this one looks a little bit different. Might throw us off for a bit. We gotta be really careful here. We gotta know what we're doing. The proper way to do this is 3x plus 2, 3x plus 2. Rewrite them out. Then 3x times 3x and 3x times 2 is 9x squared plus 6x plus 6x plus 4. 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. You need to get fast at this. You can't be sitting there thinking about it. You need to practice this enough times and enough different days that you can do this fairly quickly. Please notice that this answer is not the following. A lot of people try to do this. They try to take that squared and bring it in here and bring it in here, and they try to tell me that it's going to be 9x squared plus 4. It is not. This is wrong. Okay? Do not be doing that. Write it out twice, because what this says, let's be very, very honest, if I have 5 squared, it means 5 times 5. So if I have 3x plus 2 squared, it's 3x plus 2 times 3x plus 2. Okay? Example 3. Let's finish this off on this video so we don't have too many videos. A rectangular ski area has a width equal to x plus 1 and a length equal to x plus 3. Both measures are in kilometers. Find a simplified, that's an important word, simplified, which means we're going to be collecting like terms, of a quadratic expression to represent the ski area. So, length is x plus 3. Width is x plus 1. The area is equal to length times width. So the area is going to be x plus 3 times x plus 1. Does that make sense? So let's do some work out here. Area is going to equal x plus 3, which is length, x plus 1, which is width, but they want a simplified quadratic. This isn't expressed as a quadratic. It will be a quadratic when we expand it, but it's not expressed as a quadratic. To be a quadratic expression, we're looking for an x squared term. Okay? So we're going to expand. So it's going to be x times x is x squared plus x, plus 3x plus 3, x squared plus 4x plus 3. So we simplified, which meant that we collected like terms, so this is simplified, and it's a quadratic. We've done everything that we need to. The only thing that we really should do is say that it's going to be kilometers squared. Because whatever number we get in here, let's say we say that x is 5 kilometers, this whole thing is going to work out to kilometers squared because it's an area. So that would be full marks for that. How would I mark this? 1 mark for being able to put it in that form, and 1 mark for being able to expand it out, and maybe 1 mark for the units. Or maybe you'll just lose a mark if you don't have it. So we need to be aware of that, okay? Calculate the area if x equals 2. Okay, well there's two ways to do this. The area is now an expression in terms of x. I want to introduce you to something new. This is called function notation. And it's a big A to represent area, and it uses the brackets and the variable to represent what variable this function is in. And so what this says is that it's going to be a function, and that's a mathematical expression, okay? So a mathematical expression is a function. So it's going to be a function that gives area, but in terms of the variable x. Okay? So that's what this means. It's a function of area in terms of x. So if I know x, then I can determine the area. And in this particular case, they're telling me that x equals 2 kilometers. So in this case, when x equals 2, what we get is area of 2, which means that instead of x, we put in 2 everywhere. So it's going to be 2 squared times 2 plus 3, which means the area will be 4 plus 8 plus 3, which is going to be 15 kilometers squared. And that's how we would use this expression to calculate the area. Now, if we want to go back and see if we're right, remember what we're saying. We're saying x is 2. So if I have 2 up in here, this will be 2 plus 3, which is 5. So my length will be 5. If I have 2 up here for x, it's going to be 2 plus 1 is 3. So my width will be 3. So my area was going to be 5 times 3, which is 15 kilometers squared. So it works. Both work. Okay, guys, we're going to stop there. You can practice this for a bit. Make sure you get good at this and get fast at this, okay? And we'll have some Kahoots on this and meet back here in a couple of days with a new lesson. Okay, keep well.